till death do us part.
Till death do us part.
With this ring I thee wed.
With this ring I thee wed.
And pledge myself to thee forever.
And pledge myself to thee forever.
Are humans naturally monogamous? Or do we choose to be monogamous? And why? To dig deeper, let's take a look at our closest relatives in the animal kingdom, the chimpanzee and bonobo, who are 98.7% genetically identical to humans. Both animals are known to be promiscuous and have many sexual partners throughout their lives. During their fertile period, female chimps even attempt to mate with multiple partners every day. If you think that's weird, it actually makes perfect sense from a pure evolutionary standpoint. In a species where sperms are abundant and eggs are scarce, it's in the best interest of the race to give up monogamy because it produces more offspring for males, and females also get the opportunity to have a variety of different sperms compete for their eggs. Competition means survival of the fittest, and the best sperm will eventually get to pass on its genes. It's good for evolution. So how are humans different? Well, we are different but not so different at the same time. For the vast majority of human history, while we were still hunter-gatherers, polygamy, mostly polygyny, occurs in most societies. But humans are largely monogamous now, with only 2% of the population lives in polygamous households. However, we have never evolved to be 100% monogamous either. So the question is, how did monogamy become the norm for humans? Is it biology? Is it religion? Or is it something else? It is clear that humans are not designed, biologically, to be monogamous. Males, especially, have a greater tendency to seek multiple sexual partners than females.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
But unlike chimpanzees and bonobos, humans really care about parental certainty and we invest a lot in our children. Polygamy may be the evolutionary way to have more offspring and refine genes, but promiscuous species also have a hard time to identify which children are theirs in the population, and rightly so. The males become more concerned with impregnating more females than taking care of the newborns. On the other hand, the practice of monogamy is to shift the male attention from seeking wives to parental investment, which ensures that both the mother and his children get the best resources available. Interestingly, this type of fathering is uncommon among mammals but extremely common among birds, in which 90% of all bird species are monogamous. Humans therefore have a very funny mix. When it comes to parental care, we are like birds, but when it comes to sex, we are more like monkeys. It is very plausible that humans adapted monogamy because pair bonding provides the best condition for their children to survive and thrive. Culture and society have also evolved to practice monogamy for a reason many of us may not be aware of. Monogamy makes sure that mates are available for all men. What does that mean? What about women? Well, the sex ratio in humans is very close to 1:1. But it is an universally known fact that women are a lot more selective in their sexual partners than men because they bear much greater reproductive costs by making the wrong choice. As a result, if polygamy were allowed, men with more desirable traits or resources will tend to have more access to women, while men with fewer are left behind. This creates a form of sexual inequality, and when such inequality happens on a large enough scale, it will inevitably lead to conflict. The article, "The Link Between Polygamy and War," by The Economist put it, if the richest and most powerful 10% of men have, say, 4 wives each, the bottom 30% cannot marry. Young men will take desperate measures to avoid this state. In America, polygamy is too rare to have any broad social consequences. But in an unstable, war-torn country like South Sudan, where more than 40% of women are in polygamous households and more wives means higher social status, poor men often take up arms and turn to violence in a desperate attempt to find a fortune, and therefore a wife. In a way, the practice of monogamy provides the structure for social stability by equalizing the opportunity for everyone to find a partner. Throughout human history, monogamy has been largely enforced by social norms and moral guidelines. But nothing is ever so black and white when it comes to the complexity of human nature. On one hand, evolution appears to suggest that we haven't evolved past our nature to desire sexual variety, and non-monogamy is the way to improve upon our genes. But on the other hand, the practice of polygamy will lead to negative consequences that are too destructive to ignore in our society. This presents a great dilemma. Should we go with our nature? or go against it to avoid conflict? While the answer is never clear, what we do know is that humans, out of all creatures, are the ones capable to reason and even choose against our instincts to maintain social order. This is the reason why monogamy is possible for Homo sapiens, even though such a mating system is not in our biological makeup. Ultimately, monogamy is a choice and a social practice. It serves to remind us that if we want the best for our family and children, it takes effort and hard work. It requires a commitment to fight off our natural instincts. And as with all things in life, great marriages never come easy. Thanks for watching.